Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest. And with the recent announcements of the Crystal Warriors coming to Global, we have a lot to talk about. We have, a ton of units, and we have Lucio, and there's a lot going on. So we're going to go ahead and start talking with Lucio today. We're going to talk about how he works, how we're going to get him, how you kind of max him out, and why he's going to be one of the best units to max out, specifically because of his TMR. And then tomorrow, maybe the day after, we're going to be talking about all of the other amazing Crystal Warrior units. Let's go ahead and dig in. So normally when I would review a unit, I would start off by talking about his stats, his jobs, where he ranks, what his abilities are. But with the way that we get Lucio and with the way that you max Lucio out, that doesn't really make much sense because you're not going to have a maxed out Lucio 4 months from now. He is a unit that is given for free that you slowly upgrade over time through story missions and objectives that are very reminiscent of the select quests. Essentially, you'll be taking Lucio into these missions. You will be trying to achieve certain objectives, such as Lucio deals 3,000 damage. Lucio deals, or takes less than 4,000 damage. He's going to be doing a variety of these missions, and when we first get him, we will only be able to take him to level 99. So with that in mind, I don't want to talk about his stats and kind of, talk about how he's going to be in the meta, because he's not going to be in the meta. He's going to be a unit that we build up slowly over time that is really going to be very powerful for our arsenal, and that we are going to be using a lot in PvE content. So what do you need to know about him? How does he work? He is going to become with main job Faint Light Warrior. That's going to be, pretty good. You're going to be running him as Faint Light Warrior most of the time. He has access to sub job Monk. He has access to sub job Paladin. He does not have Immortal Spirit, so that's important to note. He also doesn't have any native form of enmity generation. So I've seen a lot of people talk about Lucio being a tank. He seems to be much more like a critical hit rate brawler to me. That is really focused on critting for damage, that is focused on different damage types, and that's focused on being a little bit more defensive for your party members. In particular, he really likes to focus on dark resistance. He has dark resistance in his mastery ability. He has an ability that buffs dark resistance for party members and slash resistance. So he's overall going to be a very brawler-esque type of unit. Now, the objectives are actually pretty difficult, it looks like, but there's a lot of guides on how to get these objectives, and it's really interesting. When you go and look up the information about him, you actually find detailed step-by-step positional guides on how to obtain the objectives with him, because it is that kind of specific and need to know in order to clear all of these objectives. So it's really interesting that we'll probably be having a Lucio guide in terms of how to make sure to get all of his shards, how to max him out, how to get all the objectives, because you are going to be wanting to get him to level 99. And there's a specific reason for that. And the reason is going to be his TMR. It's going to be the second best AP regeneration TMR in the game. So it is going to be, once it's fully leveled up, a 10% AP regeneration ability, which is really good. That's going to be essentially double Uldoa's Apron, and almost double of everything else that is kind of out there for AP regeneration. It's absolutely powerful, and you're going to be using it. So you are going to be able to get Lucio level 99 when he first comes out with the story missions, but you will have to beat all of these objectives. So it's going to be kind of like select quests, where if you want to max him out and get that precious TMR, which will be meta defining, right? Lots of people are going to be using it. It's going to become standard to be used on any units, right? Bells, you think about how powerful Bells is. I mean, this is going to be right up that alley, right? How many people put Uldoa's Apron on when they're doing PvP or guild battles, stuff like that? Uldoa's Apron just going to be replaced by this TMR. It's just going to be the way that, the world is changing and the things that we're going to need. So you will be doing this. You will be getting his TMR, especially whether you are, a new player or an old player. you can do this, which is great, right? Like, new players are not necessarily going to be as hindered as they would in other content because you're getting the unit for free. You can level the unit up for free, right? You're getting the materials, you're getting all the stuff you need. It's going to be very accessible for everyone. Now, even though you get him to level 99, he is not going to be able to be EX'd yet. He's also not going to come with his limit break yet. So over the course of the multiple story chapters as each Crystal Warrior is released, there's going to be 5 other Crystal Warriors. And so each time a story chapter comes out, a new Crystal Warrior is usually released with that. So like we're getting the first section, which will have Lucio, and then the second section, Lucio will get some EX materials and Joom will release, so on and so forth. But when he does get his limit break, he is going to be able to lower light resistance, which as far as I know, I think the only other unit that can lower light resistance is Summer Killface. So that's a limited time unit that a lot of people don't have access to, and he's free. So once we get to the 4th story chapter, he's going to be absolutely incredible. Now, some of the abilities that he has are also going to be very good in PvE. He's going to become a staple in light chaining compositions, no matter what the composition is. He has access to a 3-hit slash ability, but that ability can be modified when he does get his EX form. It can be modified so that he has either a 3-hit pierce light attack ability, or it can be modified to be a 3-hit striking attack ability. So he has access to striking, pierce, slash, which are all relevant for light element compositions. You think about how many light units have access to sub monk or sub striking. You think about Camillo in Warrior of Light for piercing, or maybe you want to run him in just a pierce composition to help chain. The lack of pierce chaining options in the game right now, this is going to really help them out. So overall, he's just going to be an incredible unit that will get used, that will get maxed out. You are going to chase that TMR. It's going to be absolutely vital for you. And I think that's going to be probably one of the biggest things to come to global that people are not expecting. There's a lot of hype right now for Joom. There's a lot of hype for Setia, right? There's a lot of hype, not necessarily for the Lightning Warrior Crystal, but the new Ice Warrior Crystal, which is a calculator, like has calculator abilities and like heals that are crazy. These units are all getting super hyped up, but I think Lucio is actually going to be this kind of sleeper, amazing free-to-play unit that's going to help you in PvP, in PvE. He's going to have an amazing TMR. He's going to be a unit that you're going to use. It's going to be very reminiscent of kind of like, I almost wonder if he's going to be better than Cecil EX once he's fully leveled. I imagine he will be, but I am just super excited for this, and I'm super excited for him. So I think all of you guys should be super hyped for Lucio. I think Lucio is going to be an amazing addition to global, and as we kind of get closer to Lucio's EX and all of his limit breaks and he's going to be fully leveled, I will go ahead and do kind of a video reviewing his stats and where he's at. His abilities are also going to be locked by story missions too, so you also have that as something to contend with as well. So there's going to be a lot going on, and we'll definitely release a Lucio guide here in the near future, and I should probably start working on that right now, just because it's going to be a pretty lengthy and extensive guide that's going to need to be made. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys are excited for the Warriors of Crystal as much as I am. Let me know down in the comment section below which Warrior of Crystal you want me to review first, because I think Joom is gonna be like, I think I just want to cover all of the Warriors of Crystal, but I know y'all are going a little bit crazy for Joom right now. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.